Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So in today's class we are going to discuss multiple choice questions from the chapter mensuration. So first question for today, if the given figure equals to 3 units, then 1 unit is equal to. Yes, from the given figure, each figure is divided into some parts. Yes or no? So let us find out the number of parts. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 shaded parts. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So 15 shaded parts are equal to 3 units. And what should we find out? How many parts will be equal to 1 unit? How to find this out, children? We need to divide the total number of shaded parts by the number of units. 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. So 5 shaded parts will be equal to 1 unit. It's not looking like 5 here. So what is this? 5 shaded parts will be equal to our 1 unit. Now let us look at the options. Which has 5 shaded parts? This has only 4, this has 3, this has 6 and this has 5 parts. So which is the correct answer, children? Option C. Yes, here 15 shaded parts are equal to 3 units. Then 1 unit equals to 5 shaded parts, that is option C. Coming to question 41. Wait a minute. Yes, coming to question 41. Now what is this? The area of the given figure below is dash. This might look a little bit complicated, but it is easy only, children. Okay. Now how to find out the area of this given figure? Again we have to divide the figure into many parts like this, because we know how to find out the area of only rectangles, squares and triangles. We cannot find out the area of this H shape. Yes, so this is our new figure. We are having 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 rectangles. So the combined area of these 5 rectangles will be equal to our, what will it be equal to? It will be equal to the area of the entire figure. So here if we draw lines like this, so what will be the side length of this side? See, the length of opposite side 2. Again here also it will be 2. So this will also be equal to 2, 2, 2, 2. Yes, this is done. All these sides the length is equal to 2. And coming to these sides, see here it is given as 4 centimeters. So this is 4. Again this is 4, this is 4, this is 4 and this is 4 centimeters. Understood, children? Again this is also 4, this is also 4 centimeters. Yes, all the opposite sides are equal. In short, if you observe now, these 4 rectangles 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 rectangles are having the same measurement, that is the length is 4 and the breadth is 2. So our problem has become much easier. If we find out the area of one rectangle and multiply it by 4, we'll get the area of these 4 rectangles. So first let us find out the area here. Area is equal to length into breadth, that is equal to 4 into 2, that is equal to 8. So area of one rectangle is 8 centimeter square. Here we are having 4 such rectangles. One rectangle is equal to 8. We are having 4 rectangles. So the area becomes 4 into 8, that is equal to 32 centimeter square. See, these will color it. We have done calculating the area of these 4 rectangles is done. The combined area of these 4 rectangles is how much? 32 centimeter square. Now the only part that we are left with is this one, this big rectangle in the middle. Now we have to find out the area of this rectangle. Okay, now this is a little bit tricky. Remember this, our area of 4 rectangles was 32 centimeter square. Now coming to this, what were the lengths of the sides here? This was 2, 2, 2 and 2. This is what we need here. Now the combined length of this side becomes how much, children? This is 6. It is given as 6. So 2 plus 6 plus 2. 2 plus 6 plus 2 is equal to 10 centimeter. So the length of this side and the opposite side. Opposite side is equal, right? So the length of these two complete sides is 10 centimeters. Let us draw here completely. How much is the length here? This is 10 centimeters. Okay. Now what about this breadth? What is the length of the breadth here, children? See, the length of these sides were 4 and 4. Above and below, the length of the sides were 4 and 4 centimeters. Here the total length is 10 centimeters. The total length is 10 centimeters. From the 10 centimeters, we have already given away 4. So 10 minus 4 becomes 6. And again, another 4 is also gone here down. So when we remove that 4 as well, we are left with only 2 centimeters. So that 2 centimeters becomes the length of this side. Clear, children? What is it? Again, let us revise again. The length of the above and below sides is 4 and 4 and the total length is 10 centimeters. From 10 we've already 4 is already gone, so 10 minus 4 6. Again another 4 is also gone, so 6 minus 4 2. We are left with only this side and the length of this side is the remaining length, that is 2 centimeters. So now the figure is complete. The length of the figure is 10 centimeters and the breadth of the rectangle is 2 centimeters. What is the area? Length into breadth, that is equal to 10 into 2, that is equal to 20 centimeter square. Understood? What is it? The length, the area of this given rectangle in the middle is 20 centimeter square. And the all other 4 rectangles, what was the area? It was 32 centimeter squares. Yes or no? Now let us add the two areas together. 32 plus 20 centimeter square is equal to 52 centimeter square. Now this 52 centimeter square is the area of the figure given and that is our option A. Clear, children? You have to be little creative while solving these questions. You have to carefully divide the figure into rectangles and then find out the, what should you find out? Then find out the area of the figures. Yes? What is the correct option here? The correct option is option A, 52 centimeter square. Coming to question 42. How many triangles are there in the given figure? Wow, we should count and find out the total number of triangles here. Let us see. This is one triangle, the big triangle. 1. This is 2. This is 3. Is this understandable, children? This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. Triangle 5. Triangle 6, triangle 7, triangle 8, triangle 9 and yet again what? This is one triangle 10, this is 11, 12, 13. So how many triangles do we have in total here? We are having 13 triangles in total, that is option C. Understood? This is one triangle, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and then the bigger triangle 13. So in total there are 13 triangles in the given figure. So option C becomes our correct answer. So when such type of questions are given, you have to be careful and count the number of shapes exactly. Next is question 43. Area of a square is 144 square meters. Its side measures. What are they saying? area is already given. Area is 144. What is the formula for area of a square? Side into side is equal to 144. Now we have to find out this side. There are two ways of solving this, children. First is the trial and error method. That means we'll take each of the given options, yes, and check whether it is correct or not. 13 into 13 is equal to how much? I think it is equal to 169. 13 into 13 is equal to 169. So is it equal to 144? No. So option A is wrong. Then coming to option B, 14. 14 into 14 must be equal to 256. Let us check. 4 4 16, 5. So 196. Yes. So 14 into 14 is equal to 196. So again this is also not equal to 144. So option B is also wrong. Now coming to option C, 12. 12 into 12. 12 into 12 is equal to 12 2s are 24, 12 1s are 12, 144. Yes, 12, when we take the side of the square as 12, then its area is 144 square meters. So that means option C is our correct answer. Clear, children? This is trial and error method, wherein we take each of the options and check whether it is correct or not. And coming to the other method, A is nothing but S into S, side into side. So we will take each number starting from 1. 1 into 1, 1, 2 into 2, 4, 3 into 3, 9, 4 into 4, 16, 5 into 5, 25, 6 into 6, 36, 7 into 7, 49, 8 into 8, 64, 9 into 9, 81, 10 into 10, 100, 11 into 11, 121, 12 into 12, 144. Here we got our 144. How did we get it? By multiplying 12 two times. 12 into 12. So this 12 becomes the length of the side. Understood? We have to take each number and check upon multiplying which number will get the same area as given in the question. Suppose the area given in the question was 64. Then what will be the side, children? Here 8 into 8 is equal to 64. So the side of the square will be equal to 8. Here it is given as 144. So the side of the square becomes option C, 12 meters. I hope this is clear. Question number 43. Next, question number 44. Volume of a cube whose edge measures 5.8 centimeters. Again, volume of the cube is not covered for us, but the volume of the cube formula is what, children? Side into side into side. The edge measures 5.8. So 5.8 into 5.8 into 5.8. When you multiply like this, the product that we get upon multiplying will be our, what will it be? It will the volume of the given cube. And are you seeing the CU/cm? CU is nothing but cubic. Cm we already know it is centimeter. So this is the unit of measurement for volume of a cube. We call it as cubic centimeters. Yes. So this is the formula for calculating the volume of a cube, side into side into side. And the multiplication goes like this. 5.8 into 5.8 into 5.8, and the resulting product will be our answer. Question 45. Again this is a cuboid related question. So we will skip this, children. Now coming to 46. Area of a rectangle whose length is 13 and breadth is 12. It's very simple, right? Area is equal to length into breadth. That is equal to 13 into 12. 13 2s are 26, 0, 13 1s are 13, 6, 5, 1. It is equal to 156 square meters. The unit of measurement is also important. If you take 156 meters as our answer, it will be wrong. The correct answer is option B, 156 square meters. Next question 45. The capacity of a water tank that measures 9 centimeters, 3.5 centimeters and 7.5 centimeters. Again this is the volume of a cylinder, children. The volume of cylinder. So we will skip this. Next, coming to question 48. Find the missing side length when the area is 90 square units. This is a rectangle. This is a rectangle. Why am I saying that it is a rectangle? Suppose if this was a square, here the figure is given as a square, it is wrong. Okay, it is, we have the figure in question is rectangle whose area is equal to 90 square units and the breadth is equal to 10. We have to find out the missing length. Understood? If this was a square, then the length of missing side will also be equal to 10. As all the sides are equal, the length of the missing side will also be equal to 10. And what will be the area, children? Area is equal to side into side, that is equal to 10 into 10, that is equal to 100. Is the area 100 here? No, the area is 90. So that is why I am saying that here the figure is given wrongly. It is a rectangle whose side is missing. Area is equal to 90. They have already given area is equal to 90. Area is equal to 90. We know that the formula for area is length into breadth. What is the length? Length is missing. The breadth is given as 10. So length into 10 is equal to 90. What will length be equal to, children? We've already solved. It will be equal to 90 divided by 10. That is nothing but, how many times does 90 go? 10 nines are 90. When we subtract 0 is our remainder. So the quotient is 9 here. The length is 9 units. Is this clear? The missing side length is nothing but 9 units. That is option C. Option C. Where is this? Option C, 9 is the correct answer. Next question 49. Read the statement and choose the correct option. Which the statement A, the side of a square is 3, so its area is 9 square units. S is equal to 3, then area becomes what? S into S, that is 3 into 3, that is equal to 9. Yes, the side is 3, area becomes 9 square units. Statement A is true. Coming to statement B. The perimeter of a square is 12 with side length 3. What are they saying? The perimeter of a square is 12 with side length 3. The side is equal to 3. Then perimeter of square becomes 4 into S, that is equal to 4 into 3, that is 12. Yes, the perimeter becomes 12 when the side is equal to 3. Statement B is also true. So option D, both statements are right, becomes our correct answer. Next question 50. The area of a square is 25 and side is 5. Find its perimeter. The side of the square is already given. We just have to find out the perimeter. Perimeter is equal to 4 into side, that is 4 into 5, that is equal to 20. 20, option B. 20 is our correct answer. Next question 51. What is the perimeter of a square if each side is 8.2 centimeters long? Again, S is equal to 8.2. Perimeter of a square becomes 4 into S. That is 8.2 into 4. Multiply as it is. 4 2s are 8. 4 8s are 32. Now what should we do, children? We are having a decimal point after one digit from the right. So after one digit from the right, in the product we'll place our decimal point. 38.2 centimeters becomes the perimeter of the given square. That is option C. Next question 52. area of a square is 64 centimeter square, then its perimeter is area of a square, that is side into side, is equal to 64. Yes, if you remember, 8 into 8 is equal to 64. So the length of the side here becomes 8. Yes or no? 8 into 8 is equal to 64. So S is 8. We have found out the side of the square is equal to 8 centimeters. Then perimeter is 4 into S, that is 4 into 8, that is equal to 32 centimeter. Option B. Perimeter is 32 centimeter. Coming to question 53. Perimeter of a square, two squares is 12 centimeters and 24 centimeters. The area of the bigger square is how many times that of the smaller? What are they saying here? We are having two squares whose perimeters are 12 centimeters and 14 centimeters. Okay, first let us find out the side of the square. Perimeter is 12 and the perimeter of other is 24. 12 and 24. What is the formula for perimeter of a square? 4 into side is equal to perimeter. Yes. So here 4 into side is equal to 12. Then what is the side, children? The length of the side is equal to 12 divided by 4, that is 3. For the second square, what is the length of the side? S is equal to 24 divided by 4, that is equal to 6. So the side of one square is 3 and the side of other square is 6. Now what should we find out? We should find out the areas. S is equal to 3, S is equal to 6. Area is equal to S into S. So for the first square, area becomes 3 into 3, 9. For the second square, area becomes 6 into 6, 36. So what are the areas? 9 and 36. The areas of the squares are 9 and 36. The area of the bigger square is how many times than that of the smaller? So this is the area of the smaller square. This multiplied by how much? How many times means this multiplied by how much will give us the area of the bigger square. Is it multiplied by 5, 2, 3 or 4? What is it, children? 4. 9 into 4 is equal to 36. So that means the area of the bigger square is 4 times the area of the smaller square. Multiplication means 4 times, children. Okay, the area of the bigger square is 4 times the area of the smaller square. So the correct answer for question 53 becomes option D, 4 times. Next question 54. In the figure, side of each square is 1 centimeter. The area in square centimeter of the shaded part is dash. We have already done such type of questions. So first let us make it into cubes or the squares. What are the number of complete squares here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 complete squares. And coming to the incomplete ones, how many do we have, children? Here this would be equal to 1. This will be equal to 1. So 7 plus 1, total 8. And then what do we have? Here these two will become one complete square, and these two, this one and this one, will become one complete square. So again 2, 8 plus 2, in total we have 10 complete squares. So what will be the area, children, here? Area will be equal to 10 square meters. We are having 10 squares here. So the area becomes 10 square centimeters. That is nothing but option D, 10. Here we are given few squares. First we have to calculate the number of total squares here, and then also convert the partial squares into total squares to get our total area of the shaded part. Now next question number 55. If each square has a perimeter of 8 centimeters, then the perimeter of the following shape is dash. Now this question, children, what are they saying? This square has a perimeter of 8 centimeters. Now we have to find out the perimeter of the entire shape. That means the length of the boundary. We have to find out this length. Yes or no? So to find out this length, we need to find out the length of each side of the square. What should we do? We should find out the length of each side of the square. Here they have given us in the question that perimeter of the square is equal to 8 centimeters. How will we get perimeter? 4 into s is equal to 8. 4 into s is equal to s. Here we are talking about a square, perimeter of a square. So the formula is 4 into s is equal to 8. Then what is s? S is equal to 8 divided by 4. So s is equal to 2. The length of the side here is now 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters. So that means this side here 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters. So the length of each side here for whatever square we take is how much, children? It is 2 centimeters. So how to find out the perimeter here now? Let us count the number of sides on the border line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. In total we are having 18 sides on the border. And what is the length of each side? The length of each side is 2 centimeters. So the total length of these 18 sides becomes 18 into 2. 8 2s are 16, 1 carried. 2 1s are 2 plus 1, 3. 36 centimeters. Now what is this? This is the length of all the sides on the boundary. This is nothing but our perimeter of the given figure, that is 36 centimeters. Is this clear, children? Option C, 36 centimeters becomes our correct answer. So this is how you find out the perimeter for the given shape. And this is the last question, children, from the topic mensuration. With this we have covered all the relevant multiple choice questions from the chapter mensuration.